This is Idika Imeri, and thank you for coming to the Friday evening conference. Vicky, read to us from 2 Kings chapter 3, from verse number 15.
Okay. It says, "But now bring me a musician." Then it happened, when the musician played, that the hand of the Lord came upon him.
Okay, stop there.
Okay.
Elisha or Elisha did not just start telling King Jehoshaphat. He did not just start telling King Jehoshaphat and King Jehoram of Israel. Jehoshaphat was the king of Judah. In this story that we are telling tonight, the king of Moab decided to rebel against Jehoram, son of Ahab. So they went to seek. Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah, suggested that they should go and seek the face of God. And one of the servants, one of the officials, did suggest that Elisha is in the land of Israel. It is something that really touches me that there was a prophet in the land of Israel, and Jehoram didn't pay attention to him. Just like his father, Ahab, did not pay attention to Elijah except for complaint, for competition, and blame. So Elisha of a truth didn't want to minister to Jehoram, son of Ahab, because they made light. He wasn't true to the God of Abraham. Baal worship was still there. So Elisha asked that they bring him a minstrel, a harp. A string instrument should be brought. And they brought it. And someone began to play the instrument for him. We are not told whether the instrument went with a song that spoke of God's power, his name, and his mightiness, the heaviness and weightiness of his presence that we call glory, which might have been what really happened. So I do not know whether the music was to put Elisha back into the spiritual realm. We are not told. But I'm going to tell you why we are looking at this tonight. This is what the sovereign Lord told me since about a week or two ago that we started to look at this particular chapter of the Bible. 2 Kings chapter 3. It is this. You see, Elisha was put on the spot. This wasn't something that he was prepared to do. He didn't want to do it. But he had honor and respect for Jehoshaphat, king of Judah, because Jehoshaphat followed the ways of the God of David. I want you to know that ministry or being nice is not for everybody. You were not sent to this earth to come and be good with everybody. There are people you're going to disagree with, and you do not, and you should not minister to such people. You shouldn't love everybody. Make sure you love only those who qualify. Not everybody. Not everybody qualifies for your love or for your money or for your honor. We talked about how the king of Israel, Jehoram, an entrance to the presence of God by default. Because of Jehoshaphat, he shared in the presence of the Lord. Listen carefully to what I'm going to tell you. When something happened immediately and you were not prepared for it, how do you enter into the presence of the Lord to solve the problem? Because I'm not sure that Elisha, because we are talking about Elisha here, or Elisha, I'm not sure that he was told in advance that the king of Judah, Jehoshaphat, and the king of Israel, Jehoram, were coming. They took him by surprise. When things happen that you didn't plan for, how do you react? You hear Elisha saying, personally, I would not like to minister to you, you king of Israel, Jehoram, son of Ahab. You guys are worshippers of devils. And you guys are not qualified for my kind of God. The God of Elijah, the God of David, the God of Jehoshaphat, the God of Isaac, Jacob. But listen to this. I want you to learn when you are taken by surprise, something that you didn't plan for, sudden things happen, bam or boom. Learn how to calm yourself down and enter back into the presence of God. Because at this point, Elisha was not happy. He was very angry that a worshiper of Baal was coerced. Desperation drove him to come to seek for the God of Israel that he himself didn't like. I want you to be aware of what I'm about to tell you. Do what Elisha did, or Elisha did. Calm yourself down, and you must know how to get back into focus, get back into the glory. And that's what he did. That was the reason why. Please, somebody press mute. The person who just came in, press mute. The person who just came in, press mute. Thank you. When problems come your way, when people you don't like come your way, and you are very angry, you are stressed, how do you get yourself back into your territory, into your space, into the presence of God? Because next year has already started. And things will happen. Sudden events will happen. How do you calm yourself down and be yourself so that you can continue your professional life, your life of a lover, your life as a mother, your life as somebody in high position, a child of the living God? And that is the reason why Elisha said, play me some music, calm me down. I'm very angry, I'm very upset, but calm me down. Can you remember somebody who was mad and a man that was anointed by Samuel has to come and play music for him to calm him down? Do you remember? Who was that? Saul. So I'm just showing you the power of music that carries the presence of God. David played music for Saul, and the evil spirit went back to sleep or whatever. Stop disturbing him. But it did not remove, the music did not cure him of his mental sickness. In Saul, we realize that anger and the quest for money and power and material resources can blind somebody to the point that that person can actually become a mad woman, a mad woman or a madman. You have to be aware of this. And Elisha was getting angry and said, play me some music. People of God, let me tell you something. And I hope each of you are listening and you are watching tonight. How do God talk to you? Have you learned how God comes to you? There are some people that God comes to them only when they sleep, only through dreams. Others, like Ladri, when she's praying, she can see visions. Mine is different ways. Annie, the same thing. Victoria, the same thing. Many of you have different ways of summoning the presence of God or the presence of God summoning you. How do you make God to come to your meeting? And how do you, as a spirit human, as a human being, go into God's presence? That's what we are learning tonight. For Elisha, it was music. Play me some string instrument. And that took him to calmness and back to the presence of the living God. I want you to sit down and ask yourself, how do God speak to me? What is it that when I do, I easily go into the presence of God? Instead of going through a lot of laws and traditions, what are the easy ways for God to come to you and for you to go to God? So that you do not always depend on other people's experiences. How do you have supernatural experiences, successful experiences, winning experiences? What are the things you do? I had so many miracles that has happened today. So much miracles happened to me since, I think it started yesterday. A lot of them, including for myself. And they never happened because I fasted and I prayed. No. They happened because finally I said to God, I accept my office as a prophet and I will do ministry the way you say I should do ministry. When people call me to do something for them, I pray in secret, just like the card that Nancy made for me. Pray in secret, create in public. Nancy, is that not what the card say? Pray in secret, create in public. Isn't that what it says? I don't think Nancy is on the line tonight. I think she's still enjoying the victories that she has received today. Big victory happened to that family. Hallelujah. And all I do is God took me back to what we did in Las Vegas many years ago.
Hallelujah.
And that was what? Create a dream, release a destiny. He said, what you did in Las Vegas was the foundation of everything you are going to do till you leave the earth or Jesus come back. Seriously. So my job is to create dreams for people. That's where my money is. And release people's destiny. That's where my billions are. Create a dream. Release a destiny. Vicky, you were in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Okay. Geneva, you were in Vegas, didn't you?
Yes.
Good. You remember? We made a banner. And maybe I should hang the banner sometime here. And those words simply came to me. I didn't sit down to think about them. Create a dream. Release a destiny. And finally, after how many years now, that's what I'm asked to be doing. And as of that time, I didn't know. How do God speak to you? So that you don't spend your time watching too many preachers and sermons and things others are doing. Do you have a dream, a plan, a focus? What is your assignment? Because your assignment is ultimately your destiny. In your assignment is your destiny. And I'm going to talk about it and write about it for a very long time. All I did since I accepted to go into when they've summoned me into the office and ministry of a prophet was simply to begin to do. I have been asked to study and read everything I can find about this office. And then I was given 2 people for me to study them. And the ministry of Jesus became the overall ministry that I have to look at. And all I have to do is to create something for people, to attach so much importance to my words and my actions. I said to Vicky, I've seen your car. And the car came. Because the office of a prophet has to do with seeing. A seer. Sights. Seeing into the supernatural. That's what it's about. When once you see it, you got it. I told a lady somewhere in New York what I saw. And it has already happened. It has happened. Because when once I see it and I say it, it happens. I told Geneva today that she's going to make 7 times the money she's currently making. Why? I saw it. I told Mary that she's going to make 100-fold the money that she's making today. I've seen it. So this is not something for you to argue or to ask how, when, why. You start, no. When once I see it, it will happen. People are winning court cases. How? I saw it and I say it. Some people will not refund money to me. A certain company will not refund money to me. For almost a week now. Tomorrow is Saturday. Up to a week. And I called PayPal. PayPal didn't know what to do. So what did I do? Did I go to pray? No. I exercised my office. That's all I did. As I was coming back from the post office, just as I was walking outside the post office, the corporate office of the same company that will not give me a refund, because I was supposed to travel somewhere to go meet her somewhere, and God said, no. It has been overtaken by events. And there were things that happened at the airport, so I said, okay, let me come back to Wichita. I'll go there later. Jay, I hope you know what I'm talking about. And some of you who knew where I was heading. They refused. That it was in the hotel is a no cancellation. You cannot cancel. Really? Well, I told them that nobody read to me the terms and conditions. So they say that they are going to play the audio of what transpired when I was making that purchase. I said, you guys can go ahead. I'm a prophet. And they went ahead and went through what happened between their agent and I. And as I was just coming out of the post office this morning, my phone rang, my cell phone rang, and they apologized to me and told me, please stand on the line. We are processing your refund. I mean, since the 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 9 days, they refused. But this morning they did it. And I got it back. If I sit here today, we will not leave this place, because I'll be telling you miracles that has happened just in one single day. When you accept your office, whether to be a teacher, I'm not talking of teaching Bible, whether to teach, ask God, am I called to be a teacher of elementary? Or am I called to teach high school? Or am I chosen? Am I summoned to teach college? Am I summoned to teach masters or doctorate? What did you summon me to do? To be a practice internal medicine or orthopedic surgery? Ask specific questions. The power of God will never follow you until you ask him specific questions. Until you tell him, Lord, show me how you manifest yourself to me. Show me how to enter into your presence. And that's what Elisha did. Bring music. Play music for me. And they're playing music. If you didn't know, we are going to get into an end tonight. If you did not know, let me tell you something. Music is one of the strongest spirit in both kingdoms. If you didn't know it now. Your body, your mind, your spirit need music. You need music. I will talk more about the power and the spirit behind music. But that's not where we are heading today. Is knowing how to enter into the presence and how the presence of God comes to you. For Elisha, he knew that they should play him some music. So go and begin to ask God. I want to know by experience how you come to me so that I will practice that kind of lifestyle. And I want to know how to enter into your presence. And that is the conference for tonight. Tomorrow, we will go to verse 16 and see what happens. This is Idika Imeri. I am wishing you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I begin to do that tonight. During tomorrow's service, we will light the altar Christmas candles that are here. Tomorrow is the last service that we are going to have until December 30th, 31st, and 1st. There are two kinds of services we are going to hold. We will have two services on the 30th, 31st, and 1st. The first service is a secret meeting. It is by invitation only or for those who pay. You will see that. You'll see that come on either tonight or tomorrow. I don't know. There is a general service that will happen. And then there is a secret service that will happen. The secret service is for those who are the elite club or who are in my small circle or those who pay for it. You will not be allowed to come to that service unless you are part of a strong covenant partner or a strong friend of the ministry, or you are a small circle or member of the elite club of the ministry. If you are not, you won't be allowed into that service because there is something that will be revealed only to those small group. So beginning from tomorrow, you will receive an invitation. It will be by invitation only. Either by invitation for you to pay to come to that service or invitation for you to come to that service without paying because of your good standing. So those are the two kinds of services that will be happening the same day, December 30th, December 31st, and December 1st. Those who are invited or who pay for that service, only you will know the time of the service. The general public will not know because there are certain things that I'm going to tell that group that this world is not supposed to know. It's only that group that can know it. Why? Because it's out of that group that the millionaires and billionaires will come out of. That's what is going to happen. There are two things I'm asked to tell two different groups, the general public and a small secret group. And blessed are you if you are part of my small secret group. Because what you are going to know, the world will not know it. You'll be ready to go places like Toyota. Let's go places. Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah. So you will either be invited and you'll be given a password. We are not talking about a conference call number. You'll be given a password to attend. It's strictly by invitation because what I'm going to reveal to you, you've never heard it, you've never seen it, and that's where you are heading. The rest of the people can come to the general one. But the small group is a different ballgame altogether. And that is how God operates. Why? Because there are certain things of God that you must take very, very serious. It's only revealed to a small group. It's not for everybody. Everybody will come to the general meeting. But the small group, the secret group, you will not know when they meet, and you will not know who they are and what they will be told. Only them alone will know. And only them alone will have the material that will come from those 3 days. It's going to be amazing. You've never seen anything like it in your lifetime. And everyone who will come to the secret meetings on 30th, 31st, and 1st, there is nothing on earth that will stop you from having prosperity, riches, and wealth. There's nothing that can stop it. It's impossible for you to be stopped. You have a good night.
Right. Thank you. Good night. Hallelujah. Good night. Hallelujah.
Yeah. Martez, have you started work?
Yes.
Good. Call me later and let's talk about it, okay?
All right.